Before every single conversation, he walks up to an NPC, and the NPC is like, "I think you, sir, need to go." And he goes, "I'm sorry, it's ma'am." It's a sign of the times. This is what we're doing in 2024 because people are upset about nothing. We live in such a great world that people have to get upset about nothing.
Facts.
And here we are. Let's go to X, where William Shatner from Star Trek and one of the greatest actors of our time has come out and pointed out the insanity that is this. It says presentism, which is a new word, by the way.
I was going to say, what the hell is that?
Presentism at work again, at work yet again. Why start at Star Trek? Isn't it better to start at the beginning and redo the foundation material, such as the Magna Carta, religious writings, works of Shakespeare, before worrying about a silly TV show opening that reflects social commentary of the time? If we are offended by 6 seconds of dialogue recorded in 1966 without a modicum of understanding of the social issues at the time, there's bigger issues that need to be dealt with first, like educating themselves.
Based.
What is he talking about? Well, phrases such as the iconic Star Trek quote, "to boldly go where no man has gone before," is set to be banned by the EU, which is just insane. EU chiefs want to ban gendered phrases such as the classic Star Trek line, "to boldly go where no man has gone before." The bureaucrat says no man should be replaced by no one. So here's the Magna Carta here for you.
How do you replace it if it's already fucking done?
Well, you got to rewrite history, Flawed. You know
Rewrite,
that.
you're right. So white man.
Straight up.
It's what they did with all the
That's
books. It's the
annoying.
same thing. They're taking away, like, was it some James Bond books, Dr. Seuss? They're updating
Even though
for
people have
modern
already
audience.
experienced it and turned it into a cult classic based on what it already is.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. People need to be smacked.
Yes.
There needs to be more smacking. We talked about this. There needs to be more bullying, more smacking.
Yeah.
Take the
society.
whip!
Yeah.
The whip.
Here's-
Why you go straight
belt.
to whip?
Yeah, damn.
Belt.
It's
the
not
whip,
Same
whatever,
thing.
beat
Don't
them
say
up.
whip and then say, "Oh, I meant belt." You said whip.
Yeah, whip, belt, whichever, both.
Racist. I'm on the show with racists.
Damn,
Let me
Blabs.
just say that.
Ridiculous. It's crazy.
Whoops, it came out. Sorry. Freudian slip.
Here we go. Check this out. This guy says, "I love the episode where Spock reamed out the silly diplomats." Check out this quote here real fast.
Diplomats and bureaucrats may function differently, but they achieve exactly the same results.
Absolutely nothing.
What did he say? What the hell's a bureaucrat? Bureaucrat.
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 Bureaucrats and diplomats. They're pretty much just bureaucrat. Let me give you the exact definition of a bureaucrat.
I've heard the word, but I just don't know what it means.
While he does that, this is really what Shatner wants to say.
Sometimes you got to slap a bitch.
Facts.
A bureaucrat, this is kind of a circular definition. A bureaucrat is a member of a bureaucracy and can compose the administration of any organization of any size, although the term usually connotates someone within an institution of government. So somebody
So
who...
like politics,
Yeah,
politicians.
it's all politicians.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that's kind of the idea, or the exact definition right there. So just somebody who lives in politics their entire life, who works in politics. So,
Making rules.
yes, making rules without being an actual elected official.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, that's what we have going on here. A lot of things modern dayed as we will conveniently move into our next story here. God
Let's
damn
do it.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Stressing ourselves out.
The Witcher remake will remove outdated parts of the original game. Here we are. Developers working on the Witcher remake aren't afraid to cut things out that might not have aged too well.
Aren't afraid like that. Like they need like that's crazy. So brave to do that.
Yes, so stunning and brave. That's what we have here on a day-to-day basis. A game that was made in 2007 here. Here's another article about it. A remake of The Witcher is in development, and according to developer CD Projekt Red, you can expect some big changes to parts of the original game that haven't held up too well since 2007. That was 17 years ago, not even 20 years ago. These people are looking to rewrite what they did. How stupid. According to the CEO, the studio will be removing parts of The Witcher that are outdated or are, quote, simply bad.
Like what? Having boobs in a game or something?
Yeah, like having a super machismo. Gareth is like super machismo, mega masculine
Chad.
over here. Yeah, total Chad, right? So he said, first and foremost, we need an honest, down-to-earth analysis of which parts are simply bad, outdated, and need to be remade. But these changes will be done while highlighting the parts that are great, should be retained, and are direct key pillars that can't be discarded. Well, that's great. Congratulations. But
why not do a poll? Like, let's see if the audience wants to do this or not before they just make a decision and holier than thou just change everything.
Right. You mean actually listening to the audience, listening to the fan? Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't get it.
Well, it says some fans have already begun predicting which elements will be sent to the chopping block. Obviously, changes include the dated combat and traversal systems, while online fans are speculating that Geralt's infamous romance cards won't be included in the remake either. So there we go. I mean, look, if you're going to do things like, the traversal systems, so getting around, okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Right? But if it's quality of life stuff, great. But if it has to do with the character, that's dumb as shit.
Which it will.
Yeah, which it will. Of course it will. Of course it will.
But yeah, I feel like The Witcher was clunky, so they do need to change the movement and traversal system.
Right. And that'll happen. Once again, quality of life stuff. It's important to do that stuff. Games have
You think
changed.
it's gonna be black? You think they'll make it black or something?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. What do they just come out and they're like, "Here's Geralt," and it's a
Gerard.
stunning and stunning.
Gerard.
Jamal. Here's Jamal.
Jamal.
Before every conversation, he's like, "My name's Geralt. Pronouns they them. Caesar and
He
she
has to
him."
say it.
Right? Before every single conversation, he walks up to an NPC, and the NPC's like, "I think you, sir, need to go." And he goes, "I'm sorry, it's ma'am."
It's ma'am. Pig.
Or you have the option to tell them your pronouns, and if you don't, they'll be like, "Hey, what are your pronouns?" No matter what.
Right. Every single time you walk
follow
up, I want to make sure I don't misgender you here in this medieval orc time setting that we're in.
That's
It's a
gonna
very
make a
specific
great
period
game.
in time.